This message is going to be for my beautiful Pisces. Today we're going to go ahead and get into your May 2026 energy reading, Pisces. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want you to only take the messages that resonate with you, and let's see what Spirit wants to tell you right now. Okay, so Pisces, what do we have for my beautiful Pisces? Let's see. Main situation, 10 of Wands, Pisces. 10 of Wands shows that there could be a burden on you. And when we are at a point where we are essentially just grabbing all of these responsibilities because we feel like we might not have a choice, and this is showing, Pisces, that you could drop those responsibilities, and you have to use your discernment, obviously, and do things accordingly and responsibly. But you shouldn't have to show up for everything at your own expense. This is where the burden is just weighing you down. You're being weighed down by something, but you're getting to a pivotal point that shows that you are going to make a change. You are going to choose a different direction. You are going to find a different way on how to show up to these responsibilities, that it's not going to cost you your own sanity, essentially, or your own life, is in a way. Now, why is this happening? We have here the 7 of Cups. So meaning that the reason why you potentially have been carrying this burden for so long is because you haven't had a clear way of getting out. There could have been a lot of confusion around this situation. There could have been a lot of misalignment or a lot of complicated answers. And right now, Spirit is saying the fog is lifting. So the reason why this is happening is that now you're going to see the overwhelming options as opportunities, and you will be exploring those opportunities so you can find a different way of handling this. So that's what this is showing up with. Your block here is the World, meaning that there is something that has expired. Okay, the World shows completion. The world shows that there is something that is being closed out in your life. This is the final stage of a chapter. And right now, as a block, it just shows that you have been stuck on the final page of this chapter and it has not been closed. And Spirit is saying it's time to close it. That's why we have that 10 of Wands there showing up as the situation, meaning you have to drop the burden. So that's what I'm seeing there with the World. Your advice in this situation is the Ace of Wands. This is about following your spirit, following your heart, not letting the overwhelming feeling of not knowing what to do next to stop you from going into the planning and researching phase, meaning that even though we might feel stuck, we might feel like we have a lot on your shoulders, this is saying, please keep motivated, keep doing the work, keep doing the research, keep doing the planning so you can get out of this. Okay, don't let the flame die. Like what you're feeling right now, what the pressure is making you feel of like, man, I can't do this anymore. Don't let that die. That's what Spirit is saying. Keep going. Keep trying to find a solution to this, okay? Likely outcome here. You have the Queen of Cups, which I love because the Queen of Cups shows self-preservation. She shows that you are taking care of yourself. I feel like for some of you guys, this could be a very well-needed break for you to be able to be within yourself, for you to be able to just simply digest and process what you have experienced. This can also be you connecting with your intuition. Maybe the solution to the problem or the clarity that you're seeking is more going within versus actually doing research outside of yourself. This can mean meditation, journaling, consulting tarot cards, doing your spiritual practices that make you feel more connected to your emotional, intuitive self. And that might bring you a sense of clarity that you just didn't know you can have. So the Queen of Cups just shows that you are now going within. You are now listening to your divine feminine energy, which is your creative energy. And you are going to take that a lot more seriously than what you have had in the past. Because the 10 of Wands shows a very dominant energy. It shows an energy of someone pushing themselves to the limit. It doesn't matter how much their body hurts. It doesn't matter how much, they have neglected themselves. They're still going to show up and do this responsibility, this task, this whatever it is that you're committed to. And Spirit is saying, well, there needs to be a commitment here, but a commitment to yourself. You know what I mean? A commitment to you holding space for yourself. Because again, just hold space for other people and not hold it for you too. So that's what this reading is saying, right? Again, the confusion that at some point maybe you have felt, maybe you still feel, that confusion is going to start feeling like levels of opportunity. It's going to start feeling like, well, the fact that I'm even thinking about getting out of this is actually a good sign. It's actually me heading in the right direction. Okay. So we have here the Ace of Swords. So I just spoke all of that crap about clarity, and then the Ace of Swords shows up. So this is mental clarity coming your way. This is where you see a truth that cannot be unseen. So this is about you finding a solution to something that you know you cannot ignore. Okay, this changes everything. So in your reading, you have two aces, right? Aces are the most potent energy of the suits, and B, these indicate new beginnings. This indicate, a fresh start, a reset. Ace of Swords can deliver a tough message. It's not necessarily pleasant all the time. You can see some realities about your situation that maybe you didn't see before. Maybe seeing the fact that you have subjected yourself to this burden when it didn't belong to you to begin with. It could be uncomfortable, the things that you get clarity on, but nonetheless, you get a clarity that really gives you a breakthrough here. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there with the Ace of Swords. Final card here, Ace of Pentacles, more aces. You got 3 aces, 111. Have you been seeing 111 or 1111? I mean, this is simply you needing to be committed, because we're talking about Ace of Pentacles, but also this is about you resetting your environment as well, right? Which is your sanctuary, your home, right? Your day-to-day, let's say that's your environment. This is about committing also to nurturing the seed so it could grow into a garden, so it could grow into an empire that can protect you, right? And take the word empire as a metaphor, all right? Because it could look very different for everybody. But nonetheless, Pisces, you're being called to drop a burden here. That is really the main message. Drop a burden. This has expired. You have played your position. You have done your time. It is time for a new beginning. Okay, so with that being said, please let me know if this reading resonated with you in any kind of way. And if it did, drop me a comment down below. Please like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel. I would truly appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on the next reading. Bye.